Hello and welcome to Banter and Chill with your host, Inni Baby.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Banter and Chill podcast with the hottest host in Nigeria, Inni Baby. Before we dive into this episode, I want to say a big thank you to everybody for the reception towards the last episode. I was a bit conscious about it because it was targeted at women, but for where a lot of people actually showed love and support for the episode, and I'm really grateful for that. On today's episode of the podcast, we're going to talk about job hunting, the job market, career applications, rejections, and all of that. Now, to talk about this topic, to dissect this topic with me, I have a great man. The reason why I call him a great man is because usually when people own podcasts, and then they start talking, they'll talk about everything. Podcast people, if you notice, they'll talk about any and everything. And you not think like, okay, they are figureheads in whatever they are talking about. They know a lot about it. I am not a figurehead in career and job hunting and all of that. You want to know why? Because last year, for example, all of my applications, they did not call me back. But this man here, I said he's a great man because he's a manager. So even if you don't want to hear my own advice because you are giving advice when it has not worked for you, no problem. You have to listen to this great manager sitting next to me. So manager, please introduce yourself to the guests. To the viewers. To the viewers, please.
If it worked like that, then...
You too, you are not a figurehead. No, at least you own have work. You are not a manager, so you know the business.
All right, my name is Efetobore. Just Efe for short.
Yeah, we call him Efe.
Banter and Chill. Thanks for hosting me.
Is that all? My name is Efe. Instead of the incumbent prime minister, engineer, doctor. That's all.
That's all. I'm your colleague. And besides, I'm just a colleague. Really.
But it's not a colleague. My manager, if I see me in the office, I used to greet him, yes sir. Yes sir, okay sir, no problem. Whatever it is, sir.
No corporate bullshit.
Sometimes. Okay, so if let's dive right into it. Do you send out a lot of applications? Make I go show him to HR.
Honest.
You send out a lot of applications.
No, I don't. I don't
You do not?
usually send so much applications, but to matter on the topic itself, yeah, I had rejections to myself.
Okay, when you say you don't send a lot of applications, is it from like maybe because you're not looking for anything right now? Because for people for some people, not me, that are looking for something right now, they send out like applications every week. There's not me.
No, I don't.
It's not. You don't do that. Wow.
No. So most of the applications that I kind of apply for are those ones that I'm referred to.
Yeah.
So I get referrals. I get some poaching from LinkedIn too.
Thank God they've not poached you. You're still my colleague. I'm happy.
Yeah. So those are those ones that I just look in and pick something and then apply for.
Okay. But job hunting and the job market recently has been very, very... It has been a lot. What would you say about it? Like, how would you describe job hunting and the job market these days? Because, like I said, it's a lot. It's crazy.
It's getting tough, really.
We are in battle.
It is getting tough, really, really tough these times. And it's just because relevant skills, I guess, applicants are not getting the relevant skills to put their self there.
Am I the problem? I'm not the problem.
I don't know. But we also have like very big mistakes from applicants too. Yes, they have the skills, but they are not doing the right thing.
What do you mean they're not doing the right thing?
So you find out that they don't tweak their application to suit
their CVs.
Yeah, what they're applying for.
Oh, okay.
Or putting irrelevant information there.
Okay, no, we'll get to that. But with applications so far, what's like something that really annoys you about the way applications are these days? Let me go first. Sorry.
Okay.
One thing that annoys me is those companies that will put out jobs openings, knowing fully well that they really value referral system. So you know that if somebody on the inside, you people will prioritize applications from somebody, the one that somebody on the inside already referred. But you still put it publicly for every Tom, Dick and Harry to apply, and at the end of the day, you only pick from those who were referred by people that are already inside. If you know you want to do internal referral, why not just announce it internally that okay, we're looking for this, refer anybody you know. You put me, I will stay up. There was one time I already told my friend that I stayed up to after 1, apply for this job. I was so happy, fulfilled. After 9 the next day, they don't send my rejection. Sharp.
That's good.
No waste and sharp. So if people know that you already have a system, you now raise our hopes up. But that's one thing I don't like about application these days.
True. I was going to ask if you were referring from the point of the applicant or the recruiter.
No, recruiters. So, let's land that recruiters first.
Okay, we should start with the recruiters.
Yes, and organizations.
So let's get it straight now. Are we looking from point of view of the recruiter or
no, not their point of view? We are attacking them.
Okay, cool. So it makes sense now. Yeah, that's one very major, like, annoying or pet.
You know you're going to use referral.
Yeah, truly.
Maybe there's a lonely stranger. I don't know anybody.
It's really annoying. If you know already that you have your specifics, then why do you have to put it out? Just close it up. Use what you have.
Yeah, exactly.
You're good. But then, aside that, I think the complication with the application process too is one very annoying thing.
Complication.
Automated responses you get. 1, 2. Complications that I mean with this is you find out that you've applied, you had the first interview, they tell you you have another one without giving you like a proper understanding or preparedness of
this is what to expect next.
And then you go to second level, third, fourth, and you keep getting automation telling you, oh, please, we are still working on something, we'll get back to you at the end of the day.
We are sorry to inform you.
Yeah.
We regret to inform you. They always regret. Yeah. They always have regrets.
They are moving on with,
we are moving on with more suitable candidates.
Yeah, exactly. So those are those things that
annoy me about it.
I don't really like. And I think the very last one is from the interviewers during application. There's this part of sentiment that comes in. Whether internally where you're working or externally, it's a fresh organization. There's this sentiment of, I don't like this person.
Yeah, some people can profile you.
So, exactly. And so everything you do, they kind of scrutinize it such that
you don't even go
if
far.
If you have a feel in one, you just use it as it. I had that experience once.
But profiling can sometimes be good. I got good profiling once and it worked for me and it was good.
Okay, so I think what is fair enough, let me use that word, is be objective with what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, it's good to profile. Do I say it's good to profile someone?
It's good to profile somebody.
It is good to have to look good.
Opinion. Yeah. To form an opinion on the person.
Yeah, exactly. That is still it's somehow maybe for lack of words that we don't know how to say.
Yeah, maybe we don't have to say it. Please don't cancel my small podcast. I just start to know.
So I would prefer that as an interviewer, just be objective with what you want to do. It's a plus, good. It is a plus if that person is likable.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, if that candidate merits it, give.
Yeah.
Do not just come with flimsy excuses as feedback.
Yeah.
And say because of that, you're not taking that.
But, okay, we have now slandered applications and the things that are known about applications. But was there any application that you really liked the whole process, maybe from beginning to end?
Yeah, I remember late 2021. I was just like 5 months into
our organization
job. Let's not say. So I applied for I applied to TransferWise. It's our sister company now. They're in Tallinn. The process was smooth. They give you heads up from the start to finish. It was about 3 stages. Yeah, it was about 3 stages. Then the last stage is the feedback stage.
Yeah.
Where the HR gets to meet you and tell you what to expect and things like that. I mean, I liked them because one, it was really, really organized. From start to finish, everything was on point. The communication skills, everything was just so good.
Yeah.
Right? That's one application
that
I know
liked.
that I applied for. I liked, but the aftermath, I don't want to say it here. It didn't go well. Not the fault of the company per se. It was just the visa application.
Oh, you wanted to run away, eh?
Yeah.
Lala, you stay with me. Anyways, the application I like, I haven't had many application processes from start to end. Actually, our organization, the one I started with,
nice.
I actually liked my application process. I feel like it was so. When somebody doesn't have problem, this is what I'm looking for. This person has what I'm looking for, and it didn't matter that I was coming from an entirely different industry. She looked at me and was like, this person can function in this industry, so she can do it. So that was how my application was. It was smooth, flawless from beginning to end, no problem, and it happened so fast. And as the guru Portable said, who go help you, no go stress you. So the one that is coming for you, that will be your own. The process, we know, it will not be a 15-step process that at the end of the day they will not still tell you, oh, we regret to inform you.
I could also say that my process with our organization too, application process, it was good.
All right, so let's talk about rejections. Okay, what annoys you the most about rejections? I mean, rejections generally, the concept of rejecting me when I apply for a job in your organization is annoying because do you know why? Why are you rejecting me? What do you mean by you're rejecting me? Judy, you are missing out. Already, rejections are very annoying, but still, there are some things about rejections that will piss you off. So, what's one thing about your rejections generally that annoy you?
Well, if I've had the time to give you to go through all the process and then you give me this
rejection at the end,
emotional wrecking information, then it's
annoying. Some companies try to make up for it. If they give you maybe questions to do, assignments to do, or tasks, they'll make it paid. And I've seen an organization that they took somebody from first stage to last stage and didn't make it, and they gave him an Amazon gift card. They try to make up for your time, but some of them
I have not.
You've not made those
I really
ones.
want to see.
Some of them try to make up for your time, but the rest, you live with nothing. You come with nothing. You go with nothing. And I
just think the process, right? If they already know that you are not a fit for that role, it should be a smart thing to do from the second stage or from the first stage.
So for me, with rejections, I know that companies get a lot, so it's a lot for the hiring manager to go through. But if there could be more feedback, so people know exactly what they didn't do right. So when they apply again, maybe not in your organization, somewhere else, they know how to put maybe their best foot forward.
Exactly.
So people should leave rejection, leave a failed application.
I think what I would even
with a sense of knowing what to do for the next application.
Yeah, I would advise any applicant or candidate, prepare yourself. And I mean, just manage your expectations.
True that.
So you know what to expect and take care of yourself, really.
True, you need a lot of.
You need it.
We're even going to get to that because if we're talking about rejections, it can be emotionally draining. You are sending application after application after application, and then sometimes you wake up and rejection and be like, normal now. Normal, you wake up and you see rejection and be like, marfo. Because it's not a normal thing. You might want to be joking about it, you are making fun of that. Stayed up until 1, did an application and they rejected me the next day. It might be funny in hindsight, but in that moment it wasn't funny because rejections can be draining. So yes, prepare yourself emotionally, have a good support system around you. If not, if you are living alone, try to tell people that this is what has been happening. Let people be comforting you. If not, you go there as they cry.
You're putting your best, and it just comes
some people question.
We are sorry, we've gone with better feet.
Somebody who said she really wanted this this particular role, so when it did not come, she even started questioning God. She started questioning God because what is the person that is getting it doing that I haven't done, that I'm not doing? But I don't know if are you on Twitter? Social media generally.
Yeah.
But there was this conversation a few days ago that one guy said he was reading something, and then he saw the person use the word delve. And he was
I think I saw.
Definitely AI. And then Nigerians now had time to tell him that, sorry, delve. That is not even the most ridiculous thing you will hear from our mouth. As Nigerians, we just casually throw big words around. Yeah. So now, I want to now talk about that in relation to applications, because I know that nowadays there are a lot of the first thing that came into the scene was applicant tracking, those applicant tracking software, those is it ATS that when you send your applications, out of 1,000, the software will scan the CVs. Okay. And then send only those ones with maybe keywords down to the hiring manager. Yeah. That was the first problem. And now with the advent of AI, somebody will read cover letter that you took time to write, and they will not scan it on one useless software, and the software will say, oh, it's definitely written by AI. It's not. I wrote that thing by myself. I just happen to know those words and I use those words. But concerning ATI software, do you think it has made life easier? Now let's look at it from the point of applicants and organizations. Let me speak for applicants when I say it has not made life easy for applicants, because that whole putting in efforts, preparing your CV, the rule of thumb is every application change something about your CV to suit the application. Sure. So you do all of that, and one software somewhere will look at it, I'm gonna get out and fling it. It's not even a human being. A software somewhere will look at it. I feel like it makes things tougher for applicants, because you now have to think okay, what would this machine pick out of my CV work? And you're working extra hard to make this thing pass through that software before it even gets to a human being. So I think all those kind of software, they've made life harder for applicants. And then the part of using big words, I'm saying it again, somebody even tweeted that the reason why Nigerians are comfortable even using those kind of big words is because, and I'm saying this because a lot of us try to apply for international roles. Yeah. So somebody abroad will not be reading your application, let's say your cover letter, and they'll be judging and saying, this one used AI to write it. Whole time you did not. Somebody said that our languages, generally, if you're speaking your any native tongue at all, the way the words carry weight. Exactly. Our languages are very explicit. So to translate that into normal English now, all those simple ABCD will not suffice. That's why Nigerians use big words, because we need to convey the actual seriousness of what we are saying the way we would say it in our native language.
Okay, and translate it to English.
If you translate something in our native language to English, it will not even be that hefty.
Yeah, exactly.
It will not even be that serious. The seriousness will not be there again. So that's why I feel like Nigerians like using all those kind of big words. So imagine somebody sitting down somewhere looking at let me use cover letter again, cover letter or CV, and they look at it and they're like, what is this one using this kind of word for? AI. It's not AI. I wrote
it. Starting with, checking the software that is used to screen your CV and then your write-up, your resume and things like that. One hack that I would give anybody.
Please.
One hack that I'll give anybody: mirror the JD, the JD that is given to you. So
bam, manager don't talk. Manager don't talk. Open your ear.
So I'll give you an example. Which one is manager? I'll give you an example. A good example is you are applying for a data analyst role, and they require you to know more about Python, SQL. They expect you to use certain terms, or on your JD you can see certain words. Yeah. Like processor, symmetrics. Yeah. There are things that they kind of mention.
Yes.
Keywords that they use. Please put it in your
CV. Definitely.
It's as simple as that. That is not an AI overly prepared CV. Yeah. Just put it, apply those things to
Copy things from your JD.
That is as simple as that. Use your words.
That will help you pass the software.
But at the same time, ensure that those keywords are also mirrored.
And they are relevant.
Yeah. So
if they say, okay, they need somebody with communication skills, you now go and just write it, their communication skills.
Do you get?
What does that mean? You would show it in your experience. A time where you communicated, put it there. You just, if they say, okay, they want somebody who has problem solving skills, you just put problem solving there. Yeah. You will not maybe say, okay, you join to do deep dives,
and again,
do this, you're not going to talk that one.
With this software, I mean, it's a machine or whatever. It's garbage in, garbage out.
True.
It's just what you put in for it to detect is what is going to give out to you.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's human language that they used to program AI.
Do you get?
So, AI is fed by what humans would say. What humans would say is not fed by what AI would say.
Just a little deviation.
Yeah.
With what AI, with how AI is programmed,
yeah,
right? It gives you like a too formal way of, responding.
It's too formal.
It's very formal. And there's one thing again with AI. It gives you a sentence or a phrase.
Yeah.
The next paragraph, it is also the same thing it's saying in another word.
Just
so
repetition everywhere.
Most applicants don't know these things. They just read through, it's all nice. I like this. Copy and paste. But without removing things out.
On that whole formality, Kini, that's why before I even allowed you like give your own sense on the conversation, I made it clear that it makes sense that we as Nigerians use some of those words. It's not in our schools that they teach us to write formal letter, informal letter. You'll be writing, what I did, how I enjoyed my holiday. Those kind of things, you did not write them submit in an informal way. You could not use formal language to write it. You have to be very formal and sound like really serious. So, problem is, if you look at maybe a cover letter from an average Nigerian, it sounds very formal. So if the new era is, okay, try to make what you're writing look a bit informal, then it should be like general knowledge, like, okay, people should start shifting towards informal. It's not like you now pick on what people are using in the words and say, okay, this is sounding very too formal. It has to be AI.
Okay, I think I should address this way. It is not just the grammar that the AI picks or the recruiter looks at, right? It's the repetition of what's the word? Redundancy.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
In whatever you have put in, that is what they check. Now you've explained that you're a seasoned computer analyst in that is, and then your next paragraph is also talking about
how seasoned you
same
are.
Thing.
I mean, you already say you are seasoned. You now say I have 5+ years. You have 5+ years. You're already seasoned.
So, I mean, that is just those loopholes they look at.
True.
And then tell you, you actually use.
Shebi una dey hear. Manager don't talk. If you want to be a manager someday, you take his advice. But there's something that I know it's not popular now anymore, but back then when LinkedIn was very hot, some of those tips you see them drop around is that you should ask for feedback after like an application, like reach out and ask.
Super important.
Manager don't talk.
Super important. It's also good. Now there's this part of.
Sorry, just to butt in. What if they air you?
Well, it's normal, and I can say out of 100% of recruiters, maybe just 20
will respond with
will be the ones to say, "Oh yeah, we got your feedback. We are so sorry." Yari. Not right. The good side of it is if you request for feedback, right, they kind of see.
Seriousness.
Your seriousness, and
it needs to improve.
No, that's not where I'm even going to. It can also give you another chance.
True that. So they might now put you on their board.
From the time I did there was a part, there was a time, so to say, that I managed to do interviews in-house, right?
Yeah.
To recruit some people, and then we went external too, based on referrals that we got. And then there's this guy that came back and, looked for me on LinkedIn and said he wanted his feedback. He wanted to know why he was rejected and things like that. And I showed this to the lead recruiter, and it was an opportunity for him. He was just placed on the supplementary list.
Aww.
So you see the good side of asking.
Yeah, asking.
It shows, you really need the job.
You're interested.
One. Two, you kind of have some sense of, how do I put it, passion for that application, right?
True.
And so that was recognized that it worked for him.
Interesting. So that means I'll keep on.
But then manage your expectation too with that.
True. That's even the next we're going to talk about. So as I said before, Jolola said they didn't answer me, but this year I keep up the fit. In fact, one person even called me back self. So that means this year.
That's my question.
He said, "Don't worry. When I go, I will call you so that you can come and join me." But I wanted to give some like job hunting tips. So the first one, obviously, manage your expectations. You will see a role and you will see that every single thing about your career, what you've done so far, your experience, matches that role to the T. It doesn't mean they'll give it to you.
Maybe you're overqualified.
Do not.
No, you have some rejections and they tell you it's because
you are too much for us. We cannot handle you. It's not you. It's us.
Maybe they can't afford the compensation. It also works that way.
You are just for the recruiters. You see, these are managers behave. They are always for the organization.
Okay, let me speak. Let me take this side.
Let me talk my own first. So some tips, like you said, manage your expectations. Don't ever feel entitled to any role you see. It's not your own. So if you don't get it, thank God. It can be daunting. It can be annoying. Constantly going to the same kini. You send an application. The next day they don't reject you. It can be annoying. So manage your expectations and manage yourself. But on job hunting tips, that is it for me. How about for you?
Okay, so yeah, for tips that I would really want to give, first and foremost, it should be the first, should be the middle, it should be the last. Please,
Jesus should be the first, middle, and
last. Always understand the JD.
Yeah.
Tweak your CV to it.
Yeah.
Mirror their words.
Yeah.
Okay. If they have referred to the JD as customer support, use it. Customer executive, use this.
Yeah.
These are just primary examples, right? There are a whole lot that you need to look into. If they have also mentioned some applications that they would like to see that you have experience with, it's
preferred. All those things that they say, okay, preferred.
To put it there.
Can speak Spanish. If you can speak Spanish, put it there.
Yeah, if you can speak it.
Spanish speaking.
If you can speak it, then put it there. Yeah, you've talked about that to manage your expectation. Yeah. Please take care of yourself. Yeah. Close to anyone that you know you can always talk to. Vent. To prepare well. Then there's this very important one too. You are applying to a company. It is always good to understand certain things like the founder's name, get to know that person, check when it started, check the back end story, vision, mission,
all those little things.
All those little things. Let's know their principles, right? That thing worked for me.
Some people would actually go for like...
Some recruiters would ask you.
Some people would actually prepare for interview. And then you come and they're like, okay, so how do you think you align with our mission? You go on they think twice because I didn't go to read up on their mission.
Exactly.
And at least read on their values and missions.
Just to know certain things.
Two or three, and relate it to yourself or your experience.
That question you just used as an example. Yeah. It's like a key thing recruiters would always want to ask, just to see how passionate.
If you did any form of research at all on the company itself.
Exactly. Just want to check that out. Quick one. Back-end story with the one I did with Wise.
Yeah.
I was giving them their geography of and then the recruiter said that's awkward to know. Like it
awkward
was
to know, okay.
It was no awkward in the sense that
why do you know so much? You're a stalker. Hello you.
Exactly. So but then it just shows that you're all in for them. And they are really happy to see that.
All right. Now, at this point, our conversation is going to shift small.
To what?
To more deeper stuff in all this whole career, Kenny.
Okay.
It's not time for your... I told him that we have some things for him to do for us, so he's scared.
Bring it up.
Okay, so now, let's talk about, like, loyalty. Basically, climbing the corporate ladder, okay? There are some arguments that climb you want, that salary you want, you will not get it if you're loyal to an organization 3, 4, 5, 6 years. You have better luck. Maybe you do 2 years here, look for a higher role in another place, jump to that one, do 3 days,
that's
3 years here.
It's just relative. It's a relative
to mindset. Like the role. I think it's like the role. If you're doing maybe like front end now, you can go from this one to a higher salary in the next one. From down you go to a higher salary. So I feel like for a role like that, it makes sense.
It's relative in the sense that this would apply, right? If it's not working for you in your current job, then you have to move out.
True that. So now, the question here is, do you think loyalty to an organization will pay you, or is it better to just job hop? That's how they call it, job hop, until you get to that point of the corporate ladder you want to get to.
There's a pause on it. There's a pause on it because I can't really relate to that. But that is from jumping to one to another.
So you're very loyal.
You're not serious.
That means your wife is enjoying.
So, if you are loyal,
are you married?
Yes, that's not the question here.
My guest will want to know, the female guest.
That's not the question.
Are you married? Really? Yes or no? You will wear ring for hand.
No, look at it very well.
You're not okay. So that means you guys can shoot your shot. I will tag him.
Let's go back to what we were saying.
I will tag him. You can shoot your shot. Okay, yeah, go on.
Line of thought. Okay, so quickly, it's. I want to address it this way. Why should you not be loyal anywhere you're working?
I think another factor to consider is growth opportunities. Like, you could be there and you could be at one point for a while.
Then it makes sense. It means that you've tried options to move away from that.
Yeah.
You are not seeing it, or perhaps you're not even getting any role for you to move
up.
Then it's okay. It's fine. If you can find the opportunity elsewhere,
definitely
shoot your shot.
Definitely.
But within the company, if you can climb the ladder, it's fine.
As you said, for something like banking industry, sorry for cutting you short, something like banking industry, actually loyalty actually pays. You can see somebody that is maybe top, at very top, like management level, like higher up, and you hear that, he has been working with any bank for 15 years, for 20 years. For places like that, I think it makes sense. That's why when you said it's relative, I was like, there are some roles where that commitment to them will pay you long term if you know where you're going to.
So I won't discuss more. Okay, let me tell it like a story.
Yeah.
There's a recent job that I was involved in, application, so to say, that I was involved in.
Okay.
And the best candidate was myself. But then, because they kind of checked the what's it called, for the other person who got the job eventually, they checked his loyalty, so to say, how long the person has stayed
in their organization, and the person
he got the opportunity.
Okay, that means they're looking for people that will stay with them forever and ever. That's a red flag.
There's also one more criteria, which it's not relevant to our discussion now. But then those are the two things that were considered.
Yeah.
Do you get? And it was given to him.
But
so it pays. But then I don't want us to, how do I put it? It should not be like a yardstick or a reason for anything. If you're doing your job well and you merit whatever position you should get, you should go for it. And
I think another factor to consider is that organizations actually play a huge part in employee retention. So if you're treating your employees very well, they're adequately compensated, all of those petty things. I know that some modern day, all these startups and all that, they won't try to buy, let me not say buy, but try to get like employee loyalty and retention by offering maybe stocks. As well, we're a startup, you will be a shareholder. So all of those petty things are things that organizations do. But like I said, I mentioned startups. I know that some banks do that too. There's a kind of profit sharing system.
Or they give you something like a benefit, something you can benefit from. So there's an asset or something.
There's something that is tied to that your loyalty.
A little while.
And I know that, like I said, tech startups they are relatively new, so they just started that. But I know that for older jobs like banking jobs, government jobs, they try to, maybe Christmas time, they will give people rice, give people this to go home with, like. They just try to do things for their 13 months, all those specifics, they try to do it for employees. So I think I also wanted to state that organizations also have a part to play in how much they retain their employers. You cannot have a work environment that is terrible and you are shocked that everybody's leaving. You are shocked. This is your place that they used to pay salary until middle of the next month. You are shocked. Change your ways, please.
May we not fall victim for that.
What? Oh my goodness, I've actually worked somewhere like that before.
Let me complete my statement. May we not fall victim again for
such. I've actually worked somewhere that they used to pay like inside the next month. That's when they will pay you. But that's that. So that's just what I wanted to say. I feel like employees have a part to play. So if your employers are doing their parts, employees too should try and do their parts.
Yeah, exactly. You should be loyal. I mean, you should do your job.
Do your job.
And it will pay off someday.
But yeah, we're closing off this conversation now, and I want to close the conversation with an advice for someone who has been getting a lot of rejections lately. What do you want to tell the person?
Be strong.
Be strong.
Don't get the rejection as though you are less of what you are.
They do not define you.
Yeah, it doesn't define you at all. It's a loss for them.
Yeah.
See,
they are lost.
It's their own loss.
Yep.
At the end of the day. Get feedbacks.
Yeah.
See, so that you can at least know what to build on to make yourself better next. And when you are going, I think I left that out when we talked about tips for application. Try and make a bond, make a rapport, right? Whenever you are in an interview, your first few seconds, make it enjoyable.
Don't
make
be
it likable.
stoic.
Don't be.
It's not that you are anxious. There's a lot of anxiety at that point.
It comes in.
But try to be the one to ease the
tension.
tension.
It happens to me too.
Try to ease the tension. Joke with them. Like I said, I mentioned that my application actually went well. When I went to the second stage of my application, I feel like today I keep saying it. The reason why I was notable in her mind, experience and all of that aside, is I made this woman laugh. Like, she laughed until she had to say, sorry, I'm sorry. She laughed. So
make it try as much as possible. Don't crack jokes that
will be useless.
Useless.
When you crack the joke, you'll be saying, "Quang, quang, quang." No, don't crack kind of foolish jokes.
Just try as much as possible to... It's easier said than done.
It's easier said than done. When you get there, now you're shivering.
Yeah, especially when the interviewer is... perhaps not turning on their camera, so you don't even know
what they look like. And then some of them, their expressions, they just see that this one is a fool. Some of them cannot hide their face. When you're saying rubbish, you'll be like,
yeah.
So it's just...
Okay, so please, just try as much as possible to find a way to bring up that rapport.
Yeah.
Even if it's just for 5 seconds, it gives you that comfortable zone where you can take out or just kill down your nervousness, and you're able to articulate your words. Speak up as much as you can. Smile.
True.
And
so for me, if you've been getting a lot of rejections lately, first of all, like you said, don't let it get to you. The rejections do not define you. You're your own person. You know your capabilities. You know how good you are. You know how well suited you are for this role. And they don't see that. It's no fault of theirs. Just that applications can be crazy. You see 10,000 or 1K applicants, 2K applicants. They have to sift through a lot of people to finally make their final decision. So it's not about you, actually.
Yeah, I think you should find something that stands out for you, that makes you stand out, really.
To your unique selling point. You are a product.
Just anything. You can also bring something that you do personally.
Bring it up, yeah, and just it gets a kind of like connection.
Aside work, you are still relevant, so to say. So
so if you don't have anything else going for you, you're irrelevant too. Anyways, that brings us to the
like her end. Now. She's see what she's making up for herself. So it's standing out.
Manager, don't compliment me. Okay, so we're almost at the end of this episode, and I have, as people can see, I have 4 pieces of paper. Our guest is going to pick 2. The 2 he pick when we open it.
What are we doing with this?
Whatever they write inside there,
there,
you will find out for yourself.
Big compensation.
You will find out for yourself. In fact, 20%.
It's like she's going to pay me for this.
20% compensation. So when you open it, whatever is inside there, don't even argue. Just start doing it.
Okay.
Just start doing it. Because, side note, I got feedback because in the last 2 episodes, I just asked my guests, like, do you have any unpopular opinion you want to share? But I got feedback that people preferred when I was doing game at the end of every episode.
Oh, okay.
So I was doing game session before, so I'll ask people questions, trivia questions, we'll do all that kind of stuff. And I'll change it to like, okay, do you have any unpopular opinion you want to share? People are like, no, boo. We don't like unpopular opinion segments. Do games. So yeah, games are back. So please pick 2.
Cool. 2
now.
Let me take the far one. I'll take this one.
Alright, that means give it to me. That we read it for you. Before you read what you like. Okay, first one, opening up the first one. Show us the last picture you took of yourself.
Ewo.
See your phone here.
Wait.
See your phone here. The battery is not low, so you cannot lie the battery is low.
Wait. What if
no matter how the picture is,
yeah.
you will show me, you will show us.
What if it's not a picture?
Of yourself. It specifies that it has to be a picture of yourself. So just find the last picture of yourself that you took.
Okay. I think I have a nice one here.
Not a nice one, no. The last picture. You don't go and show us the one where you're looking like a model.
So,
sit.
I have to confirm that this is the last picture of yourself. Are these not see, can you imagine? Wait.
That's the last picture now. That's
4th to 5th of April. Okay, yeah, this is the last picture.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, I'm looking at the last picture he took of himself. I don't know if you guys can see it. Production assistant, can they see it? They cannot see it. It's not zoomed enough. But he has shown me. He has shown me, so no problem. Yeah. It's a very fine picture. You know, he said he's not married, so please, you will shoot your shot. Okay, second thing is to give us a rendition of the first half of your favorite song. What's your favorite song? You don't shine your eye. What's your favorite song?
I don't have a particular song.
Because you don't want to sing it.
Do I have?
Oh, okay, yeah, I did that after work on Friday.
What's your favorite song?
It's an R. Kelly song. Yeah.
What's the name?
Dara will now know that, yes, for sure, it's a 30 plus.
To like R. Kelly in this day and age. Okay. What's your favorite song from R. Kelly?
If anybody asks you who I am, just stand up tall, look him in the face and say,
Those
I'm
riffs.
the star up in the sky, I'm the mountain peak up high, yeah, I made it.
This song that they were using in adverts.
The world's greatest.
You guys don't remember that ad that they used this song for
I'm the
in this country?
peak of hope.
I feel like some people will know what I'm talking about. This was an advert song now for one bank or so. They used to show it on all them NTA back then.
I think
NIT.
was it Skybank? That's Lion King soundtrack.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of this episode. Manager Efe, thank you for joining us. Did you have a nice time here as a manager?
Your friend, your colleague.
Friend and manager.
Colleague.
Did you have a nice time on the podcast?
Yeah, I do.
It was actually nice having you. You're actually very conversational.
Mm.
Please don't forget to, as you listen, share and subscribe as well. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the podcast and share the episode. If you're listening on listening platforms, please don't forget to share the episode as well and invite somebody to follow Banter and Chill podcast on all of our social media platforms. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere.
Follow,
all right,
follow.
That's it. Thanks for watching this interesting episode on career growth and advancement. Hope to see you next month. Bye. Love y'all.